So I'm sure that you have heard of a game called Chrono Trigger, a excellent 16-bit RPG from the original Super Nintendo days. A lot of retro gaming fans like myself kind of consider that to be the glory days of RPGs, of gaming in general, because the combination of cute graphics and awesome storylines and, of course, wonderful music. So I've got a song today from the game Chrono Trigger, and it's a great song. It's one that you are going to have a blast playing on the piano. It's the final battle. It's the one with Lavos. Of course, spoiler alert, if you're following this, you probably have played the game before, but if you haven't, you have no idea what you're missing. I don't care if you are a PS4, PS3 gamer, whatever system you started with, you have to go and find this game. There are lots of avenues to play this game. One of which should be the Super NES Classic. It's not, unfortunately, but Virtual Console, Nintendo DS version, original cartridge version, the Final Fantasy Chronicles edition on PlayStation 1. There's a lot of ways that you've got to play this game. This song is from that game. It's the final battle scene. Let's see how to play it. Okay, here we go. So, unlike our previous tutorials that we've had in this channel, we're actually going to start with the left hand first before we go and try to do anything further with this song. Because obviously, if you heard the song, you know there's a lot of action in that bass line. So, let's start with that. And our ring finger actually in the song is not going to do anything. So, we're just going to go E here, and we're going to go A, B, D, A, B, E. So, it's going to go E, A, B, D, A, B, D, E, excuse me, B, and then it's going to go back and forth like that. So in real time, it's like this. And so forth, right? So you play that pretty much for most of the song. You're going to drop down a half step when it goes down to the next chord, and that's really the same pattern though, just on the black keys instead. So we're going to take the same keys we were playing here, which are the E, A, B, D, and E, and we're going to play the flats of those. So it's going to be E flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, right? So like this. And so forth, right? So you're going to go back and forth between those two. That pretty much is the beginning of that part, right? That song. Now, we're going to go to D. And we're going to go to D, and this is the middle change here. So D, A, G, A, D, right? So basically think of it as a D suspended fourth chord, right? But you're just playing the notes individually, so. And then you're going to go to the flats. D flat, D flat, G flat, A flat, D flat. Right, so that right there, those three things are pretty much 2/3 of the song. The last part of the song with the left hand is going to be this when you have the high notes going on and kind of towards the end, you're going to be in C. So this pattern's a little different. So this one, and this is the one I still try to flip-flop or kind of flip-flop back and forth when I'm playing this song in real time. All right, so when we play this part, it's going to go like this. C, C, F, oops, yeah, F, G, B flat. And it's going to go F, G, C, F, G, B flat, F, G, and it's going to go back. So it's going to, so in real time, it's. And then that's right. And then that's the last part of the song. And then you're going to end on a C, and then you'd have the Lavos screen, which, sorry, no Lavos screen for this tutorial. And then that would then start back up to, and so forth. Okay, so that's it. That's the left hand. Obviously, easier taught than done. We'll see how we go in performance. Okay, now for the right hand. So the right hand doesn't kick in until the middle part of the song, actually. So the bass is by itself along with the drums for a good portion of the first part of the song. And then we're going to add the right hand, and we're going to be playing the string part. We're not going to be playing the chimes or any other percussion kind of parts. We're going to kind of combine this into the parts that everyone kind of has in their head, and that's the melody line. So we're going to start with this E minor inversion. We're going to start on G, B, E. Right, so it's going to go, all right, and then we're going to drop down to the D at the top, right, and then we're going to go up to the B, D, and the G, so a G inverted chord, and then it's going to be a B minor chord, right? So those notes are G, B, E, G, B, D, B, D, G, B, D, F sharp. And then it would go back to that. Now for the change, you're going to actually go up, instead of going down to the F sharp, you're going to go up to the A, and you're going to play this sort of B7, B minor 7 chord without the fifth part. So like that. So together it goes this. And then just like when you go to the left hand, you're going to now drop and play that same exact line, just all down half steps, all flats. So we're going to start here on this, what is this, E flat minor chord, right? So we start with that, and then we go, and then we're going to go, right? So it's the exact same pattern, just all black keys, except for that one little right here, where you play a B flat minor chord. So, and then back to that. Now that would repeat, and you would play the pattern again in E minor, and so forth. All right, and then you play the E flat part again, and then now you have the change. Now that change is going to start with a D chord, D suspended chord, so it's right here. So you're playing D, G, and A, like that, and then just drop down a half step, and then you're going to drop down another half step. And then that's going to be that fast part, right? So that's where the, and so forth. I play that a little faster than I would normally play it. So that leads into that. Now, ending the song, this just like that when you're playing the C pattern down here, you're going to go up an octave, and you can play it the same if you want, but I like the sound up here because it's more reflective of how the actual OST plays the song. So we're going to go with this. This is going to be a suspended B flat chord, but we're going to invert it completely, and we're going to spread it out almost the entire octave. So it's going to go like that, and then we're going to raise up to the C suspended chord of the same variety, and then we're going to play that same chord, but it's gonna sound different, but we're actually going to do the same chord. We're just going to change the inversion. We play it again. Right? So it's just like that. So it's a F, B flat, E flat, then it's a G, C, F, and then it's F, G, C. All right? And then that's it. That's the right hand, pretty much. Though just those chord patterns you really are the only thing you're playing in the right hand. Most of the activity and most of your practice time is going to be devoted to this left hand. So now that we've taught both parts, let's put it together, and hopefully I won't mess up too much.